Today I want to talk about how to design your dream week, how you, yes you, can use time blocking for peak productivity. So if you are looking to up your discipline game, download my free ebook, Discipline Made Simple, 5 Proven Steps to Transform Your Life in the Next 30 Days. I'll put a link in the comments in the description below. So have you ever felt like your to-do list is running your life instead of the other way around? I know I've had that happen a lot lately. You're not alone. Studies show that the average person spends about 47% of their waking hours thinking about something other than what they are currently doing. So we're just basically walking around and doing things haphazardly and not even really thinking about it. I think it's like pretty scary when you think about it, right? No wonder we feel overwhelmed. So what's the secret to taking back control? And that secret for me has been time blocking. Think of it as meal prepping, but it's just for your schedule. You plan in advance, so there's no last minute scrambling. I mean, we all have fire drills, all have things that just come up every day. But for the things that we can control, let's control the controllable, right? High performers like Elon Musk or Bill Gates, they swear by it. And research backs this up. Structured scheduling can increase productivity by up to 40%, and that's from the American Psychological Association. Plus, people who set a defined work hour schedule, if you're able to do that, they tend to have a better work-life balance and to lower those stress levels. And that came from the Journal of Applied Psychology. But it makes sense, right? You know your working hours, or you have some defined times that you're doing some things. And then the people around you, whether your colleagues at work or even your family, they know that you're working. So less, drama that can potentially disrupt your day if they're respectful to the way that you define your time blocks, right? So let's look at a strategy for you to design your dream week this week. You're going to want to start with your priorities. So what is really going to move the needle for you this week? Find the big things, like some things that you might have as a priority that can knock out a lot of the small things too. Block out your time for these first. Identify your most important tasks, those MITs, and allocate uninterrupted focus periods for them. So put your phone on airplane mode, maybe put yourself even on a timer, put it in your calendar, and really prioritize these tasks, because once you get them off your plate, it's out of your mind. It's like, get the elephant out of the room, right? And you might want to try something like theming your days, if you're able to. I know sometimes when you work in a corporate structure, it's tough to, really associate maybe meeting days and things like that, because you don't have control over those things. But batching similar tasks together, it reduces cognitive switching costs. So, if you think about it, sometimes when you're going to meeting to meeting and it's like different topics, like your brain just can't catch up, right? You feel that way. So it can eat up about 20 to 40% of your productive time, according to the American Psychological Association. So for example, maybe dedicate Mondays to meetings if you're able to do that. Tuesdays to deep work, Wednesdays to content creation, and so on. So if you can, even for the tasks that you have control of, maybe trying to allocate those in certain days to get those types of things done, even if we can't control all the meetings that are on our calendar, right? And try setting boundaries. So protect your focus time like it's a VIP meeting with your future self. So use tools like calendar blocking, like the do not disturb modes that you can put on your computer, and even email autoresponders. So we use those autoresponders when we're out of office and on vacation or PTO time, right? You can use them in the same way, and it can signal to your colleagues that you're in deep work mode and you don't want to be disturbed until this time. So studies show that frequent interruptions, they can double the time needed to complete tasks. So for these important things like especially financial type of tasks, you really need to focus to make sure that you're really diving deep and you're really understanding what is going on. You know, sometimes when you get all of those interruptions, that's when we make so many mistakes. So that came from the University of California of Irvine. So I will take that at a higher level. I think I need to do a better job of letting everyone know that I'm in deep work. I think that will help me. And try scheduling breaks. So there's the Pomodoro technique, that 25-minute work sprints followed by 5-minute breaks. As many of you know that follow me, I do 90 minutes. And then I take a good, healthy 15 to 20-minute break. This can boost your efficiency by 25%. So longer breaks, such as a 15-minute walk, they can help recharge your mind and sustain high performance. So, especially if you have a dog, take a break, take the dog for a quick walk, come back, you feel like a whole new person. You feel like you have all this energy and maybe you've gotten rid of or letting go some of the stress and the strain from maybe earlier in the day. And try planning for flexibility. So life happens, right? We all have families, we all have, you know, maybe emergencies that happen or doctor's appointments and calls that we have to attend to, but leave buffer zones between major tasks to accommodate those last minute changes. And a good rule of thumb is allocate 20% of your schedule to unplanned tasks or issues because they do happen. Seriously, right? When you think about it, sometimes it's more of your day that these happen, but if you can allot 20%, then you're doing the 80-20 rule. 80% of your time, you're dedicated, you're focused, and then you have that buffer zone. And if you don't need it, it's a chance to catch up, right? So let's look at some tools that you might want to consider to supercharge your time blocking. So Google Calendar is a free and easy way to do that, or if you have Outlook, which most of us have with having Microsoft 365, but set those reoccurring time blocks for your tasks. So I do that all the time. And you can also mark them as that you are focusing. So you can try that as well. There's also apps like Trello and Asana. They can organize your projects and your task priorities. There's also Rescue Time or Toggle. This is where you can track your time and see what you're actually doing with your time. Then there's things like Brain.fm, which can enhance your focus with scientifically designed background music. So I've not tried that, but I'm going to look into that because sometimes we just need a little background noise to get us in the groove and get us focused, right? So here's to designing a week that works for you and not against you. So if you found this content valuable, please consider sharing, please consider subscribing. Thanks for joining me here today, and we'll see you on the next video.